Hello all, Michael Reichert here today to discuss different methods that we can use in order to solve climate change. In addition to we, what can you and I do? How many options are there out there? And what kind of new approaches are there we may not have seriously discussed yet? But mitigation is really a primary approach. According to the Ipcc, mitigation are changes technologically and changes in activities that we can make that will reduce our inputs and emissions per unit of work output. Now, mitigation examples, that's going to be alternative energy sources such as nuclear power and wind power, basic carbon caps and trades and basic limitations, conservation and reforestation of our forests and wetlands, primarily education. I like to look at education as really reducing, reusing, and recycling, the three R's that we learned when we were much younger. Adaptation is big too, provided we don't do enough mitigation, and I really think we should look at adaptation. Adaptation defined as incentives and measures, basically what we're going to have to do to reduce our vulnerability to climate change and in the future. Adaptation will include more seawalls and coastal retreats, different types of crops that we'll need in the future, increased fire and flood protection, potentially more insurance claims and more insurance requirements, and more drainage in urban and rural areas. But what also might combine mitigation and adaptation is geoengineering. Geoengineering really ranges and could be as easy as growing more trees, whether those be artificial or natural, potential greening of the deserts or changing of albedo. Could have more crops, maybe they'll be genetically engineered, or huge orbit reflectors in space. But we really need to balance all these in order to create a way to solve the climate change. But I'd like to step a little bit further here and get into what's called deep ecology. Deep ecology is something that was really made by Stephen Harding and even James Lovelock with the Gaia hypothesis. He had participated in this. But what it is, it's an environmental movement, and but really a philosophy that says humans, we really need to play a role, okay, in working this out. We have equal components to other organisms in the global ecosystem, so we really need to work things out. In addition to deep ecology, there's also permaculture. Geoff Lawton out of Australia has some great videos, all free, for us to look at, and that's another way for us to be sustainable, self-sufficient, both urban and rural areas that we can take a look at. So combine all these methods, and these are great ways that we as individuals, and provided we take enough on as a whole, we can take a group to solve climate change, or at least combat. All right, well, thank you very much. And again, Michael Reichert.